And you're good to go.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to do the Juliana Blue. And that's a drink with Curacao, blue Curacao, of course. And you've got I got crushed ice in here. I crushed it a little earlier so you didn't have to listen to my guy here. And we're going to put in.
It's kind of like a pina colada on steroids.
Yeah. Just a quick note, just in case anybody cares. Curacao is an island off of Venezuela, about 40 miles. And Judy and I were there about 1,000 years ago. And we were actually in the distillery where they make Curacao. They make it in blue just so you can make pretty drinks, but it's normally orange.
But that's not the Curacao.
No, this is gin. Going in the blender, and then we're going to do the.
She emailed out the directions, so if anybody wants to make it again.
Curacao, the oranges, they brought them over from Spain, the trees, and on the desert island of Curacao, they did not grow. So what are they going to do with these little gnarly oranges that didn't work very well? Well, this is how this liqueur came along and made the drink out of it. So we're going to put a measure of blue Curacao in here. It's normally kind of an orange color.
I was going to say, did they add food coloring? Or do they grow blue oranges?
I had to use a whole bottle, yeah. Okay. And we're going to have 2 measures of pineapple juice. So when I say measures, whatever you put a shot in, you put or 2, whatever you do, it's equal. So we're going to do 2 measures of pineapple juice. And then we're going to do 1 measure of coconut cream, which is this guy right here.
We get ours at Bevmo, delivered now.
We like free.
They pull up and go, Bruce and Judy, hi. Not really.
Yes, I do.
Well, maybe.
You're on their favorite.
Oh, I got it. Yeah. So we're going to put a measure of coconut cream in there. And a half measure of lime juice. There it is. And okay, we've got the crushed ice in there, and we're gonna kind of blend that a little bit.
Just not real noisy. That's it, and then you just scream it out.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it is gonna be a little noisy.
That's okay. We'll live. We'll live. Ooh, it's like a light blue color.
Yeah, I was just noticing the color now.
Wow, that's pretty.
Then we're going to take our teeny shaker, and of course we're going to use our tongs with our ice.
You're only infecting yourself.
Yeah, right. It's just me.
Yum.
Yeah, I know. It's so good.
Is this
I'm
like
heading
The
over.
other blue recipe we have to Brittany, that was a blue tequila.
I was gonna say, is this the same one?
No.
No, a little
That
different.
one was darker, wasn't it?
Yeah, from last month.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that one was a margarita from Mexico City with blue Curacao.
Called Fiesta Margarita.
Ooh, I still have to try that one.
Yeah, I think I sent you the recipe.
You did, and it looks good. Ooh, how pretty! It's like chocolate.
Okay.
Pretty, huh?
All right. Did anybody get their toasts?
Oh yeah, I've got a toast with this one. Ready?
No, it's
Go for it.
It's okay. Very good.
It's
Okay.
not here?
No.
I can't read that. I'm writing that big.
All right. It says, "May the winds of fortune sail you. May you sail a gentle sea. May you always be the other guy who says the drink's on me." So, so
Tonight,
the other guy saying the drink's on me. Cheers, guys.
cheers.
Cheers.
Tonight, the drinks really are on you and Bruce because you're making them.
Absolutely.
That's not bad.
There you go. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay, so the joys of classic margaritas, and I have a few tricks that I do a little bit differently than like a traditional margarita. So the first thing is I make my own sweet and sour, and I don't use the margarita mix unless I'm doing it for like a really big party and I know I'm gonna have like 90 people drinking margaritas, and then I'll buy pre-mixed, but they're not as good. But if I'm making it from scratch, I make my own sweet and sour, and I use. So I do to make like a batch of sweet and sour, which will make probably 2 pitchers worth of margaritas, so about like 10 or 12 margaritas total, maybe a little bit more. You can juice your own lemons and limes. I am now a mom of 2 and I am lazy. So I do 1 cup of lemon juice, and then I use the Key West lime juice, so like the key lime, and 1 cup of key lime juice, and I mix that in a jar or a jug. And then I make simple syrup, and I do 1.5 cups of sugar to 1.5 cups water. And that makes about 2.5 cups of simple syrup. And I heat that together in a saucepan and just until the sugar's all dissolved. And then pull it off, let it cool down, and then I mix it all together in the pitcher. So that's what's in this white pitcher. Can't really see inside it, but I promise that's what's there. I'm working with limited, I don't have the fancy shakers and stuff tonight because I wasn't planning to demo this originally. So I left all my shakers at my other house. So we are here. So, and then the other thing that makes it a little different is I do a different salt mix. So I'm gonna grab a fresh glass. I'll make one. Sorry. I'm using cognac glasses tonight because I don't have any margarita glasses, but you can make it in lots of different glasses. So I slice up some limes and I just rim the edge of the glass with the lime juice, and then you dip it in your salt. So my salt is 1/3 like the really coarse sea salt, 1/3 sugar, just regular sugar, and 1/3 Himalayan pink sea salt. You can get it at Trader Joe's, Save Mart, like
Costco.
anywhere. But it sounds like it wouldn't make a difference, but it makes a big difference. And so I do 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, kind of like, I don't measure it like a third of a cup, but like, pretty evenly of the 3. And that's what I put into my glass. And it gives this like sweet but salty flavor. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant and I get a margarita and you taste the salt on the rim and it's like, oh, so salty. And this has this nice like balanced hint of sweetness, tiny bit of spicy flavor, not like spicy, but like hint of spice, if that makes sense, from the pink sea salt, which is really good. So that's my glass and how I prepped my glass. And then, unlike Bruce, I'm going to just use a mason jar or a Tupperware because I don't have my big shaker. So
You have the same ice tongs.
Yeah.
You're making this drink
Very
for fun
popular.
besides the pink ice tongs.
I've had these.
I did wash my hands right before we started this, so we're done. Okay. So so I usually do about a shot's worth, but this is really more like a double shot. So it's like I'm gonna only do 1 of these because it's a double, but I usually do about 2 shots worth of tequila. I like a strong margarita. If you don't want to, these sneak up on you. They're great because they don't taste super strong, but one of them will put you on your butt. So if you want a little less, just do 1 shot worth of tequila. So I do about 2 shots worth of tequila, and then just under a shot's worth of triple sec. Be very careful. I once went to the store and bought 90 proof triple sec, and then made margaritas and did 2 shots of tequila and 1 shot, just under 1 shot of 90 proof triple sec, and I thought everyone was gonna go blind. So don't make my mistake. Make sure you buy regular triple sec. And then I do usually I usually do about 1 or like 2 shots worth, so like 1 measure or 2 measures of with sweet and sour. My limes were a little bit, I don't know, it was a little off today, so I added 2 of them. Usually I have a pretty shaker, but I don't. So this is an ice cream container, which you have when you like this sort of stuff. So shake it up nice and good. My mom was like, you could use she has one of those milk aerators to like froth milk with, and I was, yeah, you could use that. It makes really pretty foam. Pour into your glass. You can strain it if you have the shaker to strain, but I like ice in my margarita, so I'll add more anyways. Again, use tongs that I'm not doing. I'm being terrible about that. And then squeeze of lime. And that one's not as pretty now that I squeezed it. Slice of lime. Pretty.
Woo! Cheers!
Wow.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So that is how I make margaritas. So if you come to the clubhouse, well, not anymore because we're not allowed to have hard alcohol, but when you came to the clubhouse and if you had one of my margaritas, that is how I make margaritas. So,
Okay.
cheers.
Cheers. Let's see. We're gonna have, where's my thingy? Oh, right here. We're gonna have 1.5 measures of vodka.
Now, which kind of vodka are you using?
Well, this is Sky, but any vodka
by the
will
bottle.
work.
We have apple flavored vodka too that you could put in there as well
Yeah,
if you
but-
have it. But you said, let's keep it simple.
Yeah, let's keep it simple. So anyway, we have 1.5 measures. So I'm gonna go 1.5 measures. And then we're gonna do, here's my dragonfly. I know you can't see that, but it's a
pretty.
dragonfly. Then and the main thing that makes the drink, of course, is the 1.5 measures of apple pucker.
The liqueur.
It's a liqueur, and it is pucker. So we're going to go 1.5. This is an easy one. And then we're going to do a 1/2 measure of sweet and sour.
And that's we made the house made too, but you already gave the recipe. So
Yeah.
there you go. Britt.
There you go. So,
Homemade sweet and sour is always so much better than in the store, and I just make up a batch and then just keep it in the fridge.
Yeah, it lasts a long time.
it lasts a while, yeah. What did I say? 1/2 measure? So that would be about 3/4. So.
How long do you guys think it'll last in the fridge?
Well, they say a month, but I wouldn't keep it longer than that, that's for sure.
You
That's
just
why
have to drink a little bit.
I kind of make it in small
Can't waste
batches.
it.
Okay, and let me see here. I think we need ice cubes, and
That's
that's about it.
Mhm.
Again, we'll use my special tongs. And
Just get new glasses.
get new glasses.
Classic.
This is simple, but it's quite good. That's all there is, folks.
Okay, so here's another toast.
Here we go.
May those who love us. May those who don't love us, may God help them love us. And if God can't change their hearts, may he turn their ankles so we'll always know them by the limping.
Sure. That is definitely a toast. Okay, I'm going to stop recording.